service and solution company. We provide softwares, and we provide licensing and solution to our customers as per their requirement, as per their need. So, Pace Infotech India Private Limited is having team of around 40 people, in which there are two parts. One is technical and one is marketing team. And one more team is there which take care of my security products. That part is different. So, for Microsoft, we are a team of 10 people, where we are having five, 6 people for marketing and sales, and 4 people for technical. So the basic uh, the agenda of this Teams Essential workshop is Teams Essential was the part of Microsoft 365 Business Basic and Business Standard. It was earlier. So now Microsoft has launched this Teams Essential as a standalone product. But earlier, when you had a plan to purchase this Teams Essential, then there was a plan called Teams Microsoft 365 Business Basic and Microsoft 365 Business Standard. So that is complete bundle in which you will get Microsoft 365 Teams, with that Exchange Online, and then SharePoint, OneDrive, offline, sorry, online applications of Office. Same way, you will get all the benefits of Teams, online, offline Office applications, and SharePoint, OneDrive in business standard. So that was complete bundle, and at that time, if you had a plan to purchase these all things, then you had to pay for all the bundle. Uh, but now you have, like, if you have plan to purchase Microsoft 365 Teams Essential, then you have to pay only for Teams Essential. That is standalone. So, Teams Essential is a product where we can have team collaboration, audio, video conferences, and uh, live broadcast and internal team chats and all. So, in pandemic, Microsoft Teams was very effectively used in pandemic. So that the reason Teams Essential was launched as a standalone product. So there are two plans which recently launched by Microsoft. One is Teams Essential and Business Premium. So business premium is more of security concern product. Like, you will get security features like Intune, Azure Information Protection, and several security features in that. With that, you will be getting all the features of business standard. But Teams Essential is only for team Microsoft Teams. So Sushant Sable from our technical team will be taking us through a Teams Essential workshop. He will be helping us to know the features of the Teams, and how we can use it in our day-to-day professional life, how it will help us in daily productive, like, with the help of Teams, how we can be more productive. So Sushant is having experience of 5 to 6 years, and he is doing this workshop implementation of Microsoft 365 and migrations of Microsoft 365 from some other platform to Microsoft 365. He has done so many webinars. He was involved in implementations of 25,000 users implementation. Uh, so Sushant will give us a demo of Teams Essential today. That's it from my side. Over to you, Sushant. Thanks.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our workshop and immersion experience with a focus on Teams Essential and collaboration for small and medium businesses. My name is Sushant, and I'm working as a technical associate in the Pace Infotech India Private Limited. We have a great session planned for today, designed just for businesses like yours. We'll be covering a lot in the 60 minutes we have. We will hear about the challenges businesses are facing today in the area of collaboration and how a new solution like Microsoft Teams Essential can help you to overcome those challenges. We'll then dive into the more hands-on experience, demo experience that shows Teams Essential in action and how it can help small and medium businesses like yours power collaboration. After that, we will conclude with a group discussion, answer any questions, and talk about how we can partner with you along your journey. For today's small and medium businesses to thrive, working together seamlessly is critical. Legacy and on-premises solution might have made some level of collaboration possible in the old normal. But in order to improve collaboration and also security, device management, storage, and business continuity, many small businesses were already shifting to the cloud-based solution even before the pandemic hit. A new normal brought about by remote and hybrid work model have caused businesses all over the world to scramble and adapt. Huh? Many small and medium size businesses really struggled with these challenges and didn't know if they would be able to uh, make it through. Maybe some of you in the workshop have experienced these struggles. Now, well over a year later, we need to rethink work. It's no longer a place you go, it's a set of activity that people need to be able to perform from anywhere, no matter the type of small or medium businesses you run. As we continue adapting to the new normal, one thing is clear, life as we knew it before the pandemic will not return. Our research shows that the employees wants the best of both worlds. Over 70% of workers want flexible remote work and continue options to continue, and 66% of business decision makers are planning to redesign spaces to support hybrid work model. For many small and medium-sized companies, the integrated experience of Microsoft Teams is a great fit because other messaging solutions require third-party applications or don't easily integrate meeting, chat, and collaboration. However, some of you may not be ready for the cloud-based solution like Microsoft 365. Maybe you are still more comfortable with your on-premises product and don't want to switch to the cloud yet. Or they, or they already have email from another provider or are using hosted on-premises exchange. Or they have a perpetual office on their desktop and aren't ready to move to the Office 365. Or they have a frontline workers who may not need office desktop applications but do need to participate in online meetings. Businesses like these want the simplest, lowest cost solution. Just like you, these companies had a decision to make in looking at the option. They asked what solution can get the job done for my business or my people. A solution like this should allow people to connect naturally, collaborate smoothly, and focus effortlessly, all in one. There are plenty of great solutions on the market, but only one can check all three boxes. Solutions like Zoom allow for strong connection and collaboration, but give users application switch fatigue between app and don't want to work together. Solutions like Slack and Google Workspace have more robust integration and collaboration, but generally within their own ecosystem. So Microsoft Teams has thought of these from end to end. Microsoft Teams allows for all of these and will continue to do so. So Microsoft Essential delivers a full Teams experience without requiring you to install the full Microsoft 365 suite, which allows you to customize your solution for Teams phone system and calling plans. It works seamlessly with on-premises or hosted Exchange and provide access to Office applications on their web so that Office customers can get Teams in the cloud. Teams Essential enable the right scenario at the right price point for existing customer to expand their coverage to all of their frontline workers. In a phrase, Microsoft Teams transforms the way your people communicate, but I would rather show you, so let's dive in. First, for this demo experience, I would like for you to imagine that we all work for a company of around 40 to 50 employees called Northwind Bicycle. We design, manufacture, and distribute high-end bikes. Imagine also that customers are coming back to the showroom and the company website, through customer outreach and research, it become clear that customers are interested in a Northwind e-bike. We responded with the NWB 2000 model. Now, the most of us are working remotely. Marketing a new bike model could be harder than it was in the past, right? But even when working on site pre-pandemic, our employees have had challenges in collaborating because of mix of disconnected communication and sharing tools. Solving these challenges will be critical when spreading the word about the new e-bike model and boosting much needed sales. Let's say that with Teams Essential, Northwind management has decided to adopt a more unified, secure approach to work together. We are going to dive into much of what Microsoft Teams has to offer, but for now, the great news is that we all in one very important aspect of Teams environment right now, a Teams meeting. When you clicked on the invite link you received, you were invited as a full licensed member of Microsoft Teams. So today you will be able to take advantage of most of the great features in the Teams meeting. I should note that because we wanted you to have a full access, you had to take few extra steps. But when you invite customers or vendors to the Teams meeting, they would just go straight to the lobby without the sign-in steps. So it's really easy to get third parties in the Teams meeting even before they don't have the Teams application. While we are here in the Teams meeting, there is a lot we can do to collaborate. First, I will select the camera and turn on my camera. Feel free to do the same so we can all see each other. Since we are working remotely most of the time, can we talk about the settings? Maybe we don't want to show people our home, office, or whatever we choose to work. Or maybe we just want to spruce things up during the monotony of working from home every day. So Teams gives us many options for changing background. If you just want other participant to see you and not get distracted with on what's going on in your environment, you could select the blur background option. Teams also offer variety of backgrounds you can use, whether it's an office, it's an beach, or a spaceship deck. You can also create a custom background. Maybe you like certain theme backdrop or a place that's really you. You will just upload the image and use it for the background. I don't know about you, but working remotely for such an extended period of time can make it hard to feel like we are together. One tool Microsoft has built into the teams to address this is the together mode. So together mode is great because it takes all our camera feeds and put us into the certain environment together. Go ahead and give it try and see all the options for the together mode. To exit this mode, you will just scroll down to select the gallery option. After setting a background, I will sometimes turn on my live captioning. It's a great feature to keep up with what being said in real time and is an effective accessibility tool for individuals who are living with the hearing impairment. As a project lead, I often to get a lot of people's attention throughout the day. Some of my favorite feature which carries across the teams include the ability to chat and to mention my colleagues. While we are here, we are in the meeting like we are now, all participants can easily chat. I like to use this feature when I have a side comment during the meeting or want to send a link or a file. Go ahead and find the quotation bubble at the top of the meeting window. Click on that and it will launch a chat window on the right. Feel free to start the chatting in the window. Also, if you want to get someone's attention, try placing @ symbol before their name. And if you decide to make use of online web version of Office solution and apps or expand into the full Microsoft 365 solution, @ mentioning works almost everywhere in Microsoft 365 in your connected organization. So you can mention co-workers in the meeting in the standard Teams app and even in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint document when you are commenting. If you really want to get someone's attention, you can click the format icon and mention mention them using the exclamation mark icon to mark your message as important or urgent. You can also share file via the chat in the meeting. I just shared the link and e-bike press release. The team has been working on it. Chat, Chatting doesn't have to be all businesses all the time. We like to have fun and be inclusive and expressive. So you will be find all the standard chatting tools here like emoji, GIF and stickers. For GIF, you can do a search for a particular mood or a keyword or you want to convey. When you are done, go ahead and close out the chat window by clicking on the chat icon again. Now that we have seen the chatting, let's have a look what else makes Teams meetings so collaborative. One of the thing I like to do during the meeting is to show a bit of emotions. And just like a Teams chat, there are animated emojis we can send. For example, if the team member has a great announcement, I might use the applause emoji to give them a hand. Maybe someone says something humorous, I might use the laugh emoji. There is also heart emoji. Using this can really brighten up someone's day. How many times you been in a meeting and wanted to say something, but you just feel like you can't jump in? For that, we can use the raise hand function. I use this often. There are multiple people on the call and I want to make a comment. Go ahead and raise your hand. And once you are finished, you would just click on the raise hand again to put your hand down. Something else that's super important in my day to day, especially when there is a lot to keep up with, is the record option. The meeting owner and anyone connected in the meeting in the organization to the meeting owner can initiate the recording. So how can we preserve and access this meeting recording? The people who start the recording can access it later in the meeting chat, and Teams will tell you when it's ready to be viewed or shared out to others. Finally, it's hard to talk about collaboration without the whiteboarding. Do you remember the good old days when we could walk into the meeting room, pull the cap of fresh marker, and start drawing out our ideas? Early on in remote work, Microsoft saw the importance of this capability and built it into the teams. When I select my share screen option, we all usually think of that as sharing a document or a PowerPoint or even our desktop. Now you can launch a whiteboard within a Teams meeting as a screen share. I have heard from our folk in marketing and sales that they are working hard to determine where signage for the new e-bike would go in our retail showroom. As a project lead, I often participate with them in fun projects like these. Let's say uh, we do that now in the Microsoft Teams whiteboard. I can just start us by drawing a rough outline of the showroom. First, let's all sketch on the whiteboard together. Feel free to add whatever you want, words, drawings, sketches, lines. And once we are in the Teams whiteboarding away, there are all kinds of fun things we can do well beyond the sketching in the different colors and erasing. We don't have to do them all now, but I wanted you to get an idea of how many features whiteboard is capable of. You can react to the object on the board, insert document, import images, and place sticky notes. Whiteboard is a great collaborative tool that almost makes us feel like we are in an office again. I think we can all agree that Teams meeting are a great way to engage and communicate in a real time, but the team meeting is just one component of overall Microsoft Teams experience. Microsoft Teams is a complete collaboration platform that essentially lets you meet, chat, call, and share video files all in one place. Having an excellent team space is key to being able to create together and keep everyone up to date on all of our projects and initiatives. Think of Teams as the hub for team collaboration in Microsoft 365 that integrate the people, content, and tools are need team need to be more engaged. For now, imagine that you have also already been invited to a Teams and accepted invitation. You would have received a notification in your Teams associated email letting you know that you have been added to the specific team. Just to demonstrate how that works, I purposely didn't add one of you to the Teams. So let me show you how easy that is to do. And just as you can access and use Teams Essential with a separate or personal email account, you can also add people to your team without them needing a Teams account or Teams client, which is really useful for contractors and vendors. Once in the Teams, you can see that in my Teams view, I am a member of few existing teams that have been created in our Northwind environment. We'll be focusing on NWB 2000 e-bike team that is already set up. You will also notice channels under the teams like press and media. That's where I copied the press release document earlier from the OneDrive. Channels help to keep line of communication clear within a given team or objective. Think of them as related sub-conversions or even workspaces. Other members of the team can still have visibility throughout the greater team, but the channel surface information for the right folks save us all time and cut the noise. And as members, you can create a channel in the greater team anytime you like. For any given team, the default channel is a general and act as a main area of all up team. I will go ahead and create a channel for us in the e-bike team called showroom layout. Because I know that that's a topic we have been talking about with many people across the Northwind. One last thing about the channel, sometimes we might need to have conversion or share information that is not for the whole company or for select people within a given team. Example could be sales figure or confidential documents. Microsoft has recognized the importance of these, so you can create a private channel and private teams, and we can just set those permissions as we are creating the channels. Sales data starting to come in the form the new e-bike, but monthly sales report are meant to be confidential, so we might create a private channel or for these monthly sales report and grant access to the Northwind employees that need to see the data. Can create a private channel. Thinking of monthly sales report reminds me that I need to set up the future meeting with the sales team to go over this figure. Something I find really useful when it comes to the meetings in the meeting in Teams is the Meet Now option. So Meets lets everyone in the specific team kick off a meeting instantly with all the members of team. Maybe some things urgent has come up that you need to discuss in the moment, or maybe you just want to tap into the group creativity. Meet Now is a great option for these kinds of impromptu calls. It's easy to create a team meeting through the calendar tab, selecting the invitees, date, time, subject, and other key information. I love that when setting up a meeting in Teams, not only can I invite certain people as you would expect, but I can also just invite the entire channel without having to type in individual names. Also, Teams Essential is all about letting you use your own tool that you have invested in. So, one important feature to note here is that you can bring your own email calendar into the Teams like your Google Gmail calendar, which means you can use your current Gmail account to log in. All you have to do is add Google Calendar and sign in into your account and allow access. From there, once it's added, it becomes the default calendar within a team, so everything is always in sync. Each user would do this to add their Google Calendar into the Teams. You can also add calendars by adding them centrally, integrating other calendaring and email services beyond the Google Calendar. You were not going to go into the setup details today, but there are great tools that walk you through the process of how to do this, and of course, we can help you.
How to integrate Microsoft Teams meeting links directly into Gmail in the Google Calendar. This is a brand new add-in that just came out for Teams, and it's in the G Suite Marketplace. With this add-in, you can integrate into Gmail, or if you're an educator, you can even generate links for Google Classroom. So let's get started. Now to start off, I'm here in the Google Workspace Marketplace. This is formerly known as the G Suite Marketplace, and I have the Microsoft Teams meeting add-in pulled up. We're going to install that so it works right with our Gmail. I've put a link in the description below so you can get the direct link. I've also put a little shortcut URL right here in the video. So I'm going to click install, gives me a little prompt, and it's going to ask for my permission to install this Teams add-in for G Suite. I'll hit continue. I've chosen my Gmail account and I'll click allow to allow access. Okay, it's been installed and it tells me that it's going to be right there in my calendar, and I'll show exactly how we can add this to a meeting. So I'll click done. Now I'm going to switch over to my Gmail account and I'll go to my inbox. So I'm signed in to Gmail, and what I want to do is go to my calendar and create a new meeting. So I'm going to go into the little app launcher here in the upper right. We'll scroll down and find the calendar. So I'm here in my Google Calendar. Now on the right hand side, you're going to see this little Teams icon has been added. Now I'm going to click this so I can sign myself into my account first. So click here and it's going to ask me to log in. So I'll click log in. I'm going to authorize and choose my account. Selected my account. Now I'm fully signed in. And you can see it has other meetings that I might have already had in here. This was a meeting I set up earlier with Teams. So it's almost like I can see all my little Teams meetings right here. On the menu, there's a couple of choices if you want to log out or manage the add-on or go to the blog and more information. That's all there. So let's close this. Now we're going to go create an actual meeting and send it out. So in the upper left of my Google Calendar, I'll click Create. We'll give it a title. We'll leave it at this time, 1:30 to 2:30. I'm going to add my guests, so I'll paste in a couple of attendees. There we go. Now the key part is add video conferencing, and you're going to drop this down. Now I've got a new choice, Microsoft Teams meeting. And honestly, I like Teams a lot better than Google Meet, so I'm going to choose this one. And what's great is it adds those meeting details immediately. So the meeting ID, the phone call, even meeting options. So if I want to click meeting options and go and change some of these, just like I could go do in Teams. And by the way, if you want a video on how to change meeting options, I have a separate one in the upper right. You can check that out. But if I click meeting options, it'll take me right there. Here I am on my meeting options page, so I can set who can bypass the lobby. I can do things about who can present, allowing attendees to unmute, and all the great meeting options that you have in Teams. So that's accessible right through that meeting options dialog here. Okay, I'll add a location. This is going to be in Teams. Nice and easy. And there's other options you can set in a calendar item in Google, but I'm not going to go into that right now. And I'm going to hit save. Would I like to send an email to Google Calendar guests? Yep, I'll hit send. And there, I just sent that meeting off. It's right here in my calendar. And now when I'm ready to open that up as the organizer, I just open this up and I have all the information, join the Teams meeting, I have the call and the meeting options. And if I go over to the right-hand side here and I click the little Teams icon, you'll see now both meetings are right here. So it's really nice. Any Teams meeting will be lined up on the right-hand side, and I can just click join to join directly. But what I'll be doing now is I'm going to switch over and show what it looks like from the attendee side to receive that Teams meeting from the Gmail account and then join the Teams meeting. Here I am signed in as a different person. This is Alex, and I'm going to go to my Outlook mail. There is a meeting from Mike Tholfsen. He's inviting me. He sent it from his Gmail account, and I'll accept this. Great. Okay, now I'm going to go to my calendar and we'll see what that meeting looks like. Okay, here's my calendar and it looks like there's a sync up meeting at 1:30. Let's open that. I'll scroll down and even though this came from Gmail, you can see there's a Teams meeting link. Now there's a great meeting link. I can join by phone. So I'm going to click this. Okay, I'll click join now. And there we are. I'm an attendee. I can't share content or facilitate. Now, because of the person who set up the meeting, which was the organizer, Mike, he didn't make people wait in the lobby, so this person can join and hang out and wait. But all of the same things apply where you can control who joins the meeting, who can bypass the lobby. If you found this video useful, give it a like. Now, if you want to keep up with all the latest quick tip videos that I'll keep releasing,
One thing that helped to keep us afloat during COVID-19 was our virtual showroom. People were still buying bicycle, but it was challenging to physically come to our showroom, test ride, and talk to our sales professionals. That isn't going away. Customers still like the idea of getting a virtual tour of a bike with a professional before committing to a purchase. But managing the appointments has been cumbersome and time consuming, essentially consisting of cobbing together disparate tools to keep up with it all now. To accomplish this in the seamless, straightforward way, we can use Microsoft Booking application. So Microsoft Booking is an application that simplifies how we schedule and manage appointments and work as a tool for us internally and also for how we schedule services or meetings with our customers. It gives meeting owner one platform to manage meetings and appointments on a large scale. One of the nice thing about the booking is that it works as an app in the Teams too. So person providing appointments like our showroom sales professional, once the booking setup is done, they can manage it easily in the teams. Teams member can work in booking web app where they can add appointments, set up the services such as initial consult or a showroom visit. In today's day and age of the meetings, you can even set up services for online meetings. Customer meet with the staffs in the meeting Microsoft Teams as a guest without needing to load the applications. Booking will also send customers SMS reminders and on their mobile devices. Let's take a look at how bookings works for the customer. From the customer perspective, they would just select their choice of date and time here. As we can see, sometimes are already blocked out because these have been taken by other customers. Customers can also click throughout the day of week to figure out the best time and choose a specific staff person they might want to meet with. Once the customer input their name and email, they are all set. Customer will immediately receive an email confirmation and a link specific to the appointments where the customer is returned to the booking confirmation page. They can make a new booking or change their appointment time or cancel. The staff member will also receive an email confirmation with the booking links. It's easy to see how booking could be useful for the internal staff, but also to businesses that really on booking customers appointment. It's a great option for any appointment that are repetitive but not recurring. These are meetings that have very similar attribute in terms of duration, staff members, confirmation and reminder emails. With the Teams Essential, you can access your favorite applications directly in a team, saving you time to focus on what's matter running your businesses. This is the core differentiator for Teams Essential, bringing all your applications together in one place so there is no need to keep flipping from app to app. Today, there are thousands of third party applications available in our Teams App Store, spanning across every industry and businesses function, most of which you already use today. These applications were designed especially for Teams, bringing the best part of the standalone app into the context of collaboration. For example, HR and finance teams use the apps like Workday and Adobe Sign to streamline common workflow in teams. Customer service and support teams um, use ServiceNow to increase collaboration, employee satisfaction, and decrease the load on the central services group by managing support requests in the teams. For most apps, it's as simple as adding the app and then logging into your existing account. New third-party application integration have recently been released or are coming in the next couple of months, such as Atlassian Confluence, SAP C4C, Salesforce, Facebook Workplace, and many more. And all these new integration bring critical structured businesses and data together with the new collaborative ways of working. Not only a new apps coming to teams, but we are seeing more and more end user using these applications directly in a teams to stay in the flow of work. The number of active users utilizing ISV and custom built app solutions on Teams has grown nearly 10 times since the start of 2020. Now that we have seen Microsoft Teams in a theory, it can be powerful to see it in practice. how it's helping to solve real challenges with the small and medium-sized companies in the real world. A great example is a small business of less than 50 employees. It's actually a bike company called Priority Bikes. Let's watch a short video to learn more about how they are benefiting from the Microsoft 365 solution.
I remember at the beginning of March, my thought was, I don't know if we're going to make it to the summer. So we're Priority Bicycles. We design and manufacture low maintenance bicycles for everyday riders.
We were coming off a great year, and when the pandemic hit,
That all just came to a huge halt.
we really had to think creatively.
Teams allowed us to come up with great ideas together and put better product out there for our customers.
We started doing virtual visits via Microsoft Teams. We pull a bike off the wall, just like we would if somebody were here.
Hey, is that TK?
Hi, how are you?
We can show them how sizing works. We can show them how the gears and brakes work.
We can offer that personal connection through the virtual visit. All of a sudden, we could open up our showroom to customers around the world. We're able to see 2- or 3-fold the amount of customers we used to be able to see.
Microsoft Teams has changed our company as a whole.
Without Teams, there's no way this would have been possible. And I really think it's going to set a standard for retail moving forward.
As you have seen today in our Microsoft Teams experience as a Northwind employees and in real world example like Priority Bikes, Teams Essential help businesses stay connected and find innovative ways to communicate and collaborate, especially in the new normal of remote and hybrid work models. Tools like Teams and how it works seamlessly with familiar office apps like Word, Excel, and Outlook make collaboration and productivity possible whether our employees are working from an office or remotely. All of this enables you and your people to do what you are good at, which is your business. We also know that small businesses are thinking about being more efficient and spending fewer dollars with an integrated, consolidated solution like Microsoft 365. You can do a both. Let, let's move on the discussion portion for today's experience. If anyone having any queries, feel free to ask.
Sushant,
Yes, Vishal.
I think there are no queries from customers.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on to next part. Thank you so much everyone for joining the call, and thank you so much Sushant. That was wonderful session. We will share you one feedback link. We request you to please help us with the feedback, and we will be activating trial license for some of you so that you can uh, utilize the features and you can evaluate the product, as you will be getting 1 month license for 25 users, or as per your requirement like 1 or 2 users. If you need like that, we can give you in that way. So you can utilize the licenses. And if you have any queries regards to license, then you can get back to us. We will help you out to know more about the product. And yeah, so if in future, if you have any doubt regards to Microsoft products, then you can reach you can get back to us. Sushant, I think we can wind up the session now.
Okay,
Thank you.
Vishal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.